to set off in the water with something that thin and light. The guy who pulled this marriage together of the old and the new was our team captain, Al Jeanne. And where is Al? Without Al's talent, I would say, he is a former automotive executive from Michigan and Ford Motor Company, and he brought with him a lot of design concepts, but more importantly, he's a master in boat building, model boat building to be specific. I don't know whether you've seen the two models. He first said, hey, if we're going to make this thing work, we got to build a radio control model and run it around in our swimming pool over in Oyster Bay, but out here at the in the basin. We did that, and he said, okay, I think we're just about there. We can probably get the water line right. Some of the unknowns disappeared. And his next model was a builder's model, which built in the traditional upside-down manner, showed all of the main framing elements that had to go together to slap this plywood on. So under Al's leadership, we started 9 months ago to build this thing upside down. The video that's over here on the side is something that Butch Guerin, a true artist in the video world, has put together that captured some of the early planks that came in raw and were whittled on down to right size and put into place. Now, a couple of weeks back, we had a plein air artist convocation here in Solomon's, and curiously enough, we had 5 artists that came into this little old boat shop. I think they disliked the clutter, but they parked themselves around and did their paints and went on. And I got to thinking about artists and Solomon's and something that's sort of special around here, and realizing that we had a lot of artists that put their effort into Carol Jeanne. First, I would point to Ed Kabrinsky. Where is Ed? Ed just came back from Texas and brought me this wonderful bottle of woodwork wine. I thought the name was appropriate, but I'm not so sure about the wine. Ed is the guy who you say, Ed, I sure would like to have a cleat and a king post or something sort of special and artistic. And Ed's art with wood forming has been superb. He pulls things like that together in his sleep sometimes. Joe Wysong, who I guess did not make it, but we have another artist that contributed mightily to Carol Jeanne, and that is Joe is a master welder, and his work with stainless steel, if you haven't had a chance to see the rudder and the structure along the keel, take a look. It's really quite spectacular, and to be able to bend metal and weld it like that has to be something artistic. Buddy Parks just walked in. Buddy's in the back of the room, and Buddy would stop by every time we had a crisis about painting. And I must tell you that I finally learned how to do roll and tip, and it has nothing to do with the strokes or anything. It has a lot to do with discovering how to make the paint flow and not stick to your brush. So Buddy is an artist. If you need a good paint job, talk to him. Tim Scher, where are you, Tim? This is an employee of the museum who volunteered to work on our transom nameplate. Take a look at it. We basically said, hey, we'd sure like to have the name on the start, and that was about it. He came back with a perfect solution, and that's Carol Jeanne with a plug, an outlet plug right in the middle of the O. So thank you, sir. Ed Barnett, mechanic extraordinaire. When we were facing dilemmas like how do we bore this hole in the hull in a straight line, and so that it meets up with the motor and the prop. Ed came with this wonderful jig, which was hand cranked, and we got a perfect bore for the shaft. That's not all he does. He's constantly working on the mechanical side. So there's another artist we have to work with. Not here today. Bruce Gowans has been working with me on the navigation and gauges and things like that. So he's with Baytech. I mentioned Butch Guerin. Butch is always here with a camera. I see he's about to snap his filming now. But Butch has worked long and hard on capturing not just this project, but lots of the projects that the Guild takes on over the years. So it's going to be a great adjunct to people come in and they want to talk, and sometimes you're working and you say, well, just look at the screen. It's a great way to sort of give them a sense of what the Guild is all about. Probably everybody in the Guild had something to do with this. I mentioned ones that I saw working with me most of the time, but everybody here, and there were a lot of mistakes that we started off on, and all of a sudden I'd hear from Tony, or I'd hear from Ed, have you thought about, or Jim, have you thought about doing it this way? And we quickly reversed ourselves and made a correction. The big question is, when do we launch? If you get a chance, look at the nameplate. These are the Guild nameplate that goes on to all of our craft. And Ed stamped it with November 2016, so he's got to go in the water in November.
That's a good idea.
After we get in the water,
What is wet?
we get some upholstery stuff that I'll get done, and winter's a good time for that. Jeanne doesn't mind having the house turned upside down.
No, not at all.
But the boat's still going to be a science project. You kids will realize this is very much like the Pinewood Derby. Anybody know about the Pinewood Derby? Yeah, what you do on a Pinewood Derby is figure out how you can get that little block of wood heavy enough to get fast down the track and still still beat the rest of the kids. Well, we've got a lot to learn about this stuff too, so it's going to be a science project. What it will be used for, small stuff, I can get about 3 or 4 hours at maximum speed, which we're going to find out is about 7 or 7.5 knots maybe. I can probably get 8 or 9 hours on 5 knots. So it's going to be a local boat. You'll see a lot of this flashing white boat around the It's basically going to be for crabbing and fishing with grandkids, and you can see they're going to be all sitting in the center of the boat, away from the side. David's going to be put in the forward hold with the bars. And in the evening, as the sun goes down, the grown-ups can use it for creek crawling or moon watching or whatever. Maybe even get a cruise up to join some of the campers.
Ken Springs said, give this to Ed. He may be going out today, so he wanted you to wear that. It's going to be cool today.
Here's the joke. We get a lot of things through our. And this is the end of my speech, so I can put this thing on. We get a lot of things that are donated, and I saw this hat, and I said, "Boy, that's a USAM hat. Lovely." And I started Googling it. I think this was a World War I enlisted hat.
Wow.
And I've got one more football game, So it's likely to be cold, so I'm wearing this.
That is a bold-fashioned statement.
Thank you all for coming and the support that the community gives to the museum and the guild. And if there's any more champagne, drink it up.
That's why we were
Okay, the kids have got to get their glasses charged. We're not going to launch it today, but Bill, can you give me a glass?
Got it.
You know how to make a toast, Will? Okay, I'll show you. Okay, everybody raise your glass.
Here, David.
And here's the toast to the good boat, Carol Jeanne. And then you can have a sip. We're not going to launch with this many people around. Because we want to be sure there are no leaks. We'll have a real bottle of champagne. Just pour a little on the. So this is kind of a pretend.